Finally, we are live. We are started. Okay, I hope you are really enjoying the music. You can call me your DJ for today. I'm the one, slotting in the music, slotting it in. Okay, but trust me, I was just using that to, let you relax and calm your nerves, calm your spirit. I know that a lot of us, have been through, the day, the hustles and bustles of the day. It's okay that you come to an event like this or to a place like this and you get cool music, good music to relax your spirit. So finally we are started and yeah, we are live. So once again, good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. For those who are just coming in, who probably didn't hear or who were not there, when I was doing the very first welcome, when I was doing the very first welcome to you all. Welcome. It's so great to have everyone here. Thank you so much for joining. I mean, some persons joined almost immediately. We began to let people in, and then people have been here for a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. We appreciate you. So, like you must have probably seen the flyer. You have an idea what we are doing today, but basically, some persons really do not know that there is actually more to the event we're doing today. Today is a very significant day in the history of TAWDpro. Please, as you're coming in, kindly mute your mic. Please mute your mic so that we don't have any noise from anywhere infiltrating. So like I was saying, today is a very significant and important day in the history of TAWDpro. Aside the fact that we're doing this event today, there's something else that is like that has been in the cooler for some months, some weeks. It's been back-to-back conversation, meetings and all. And finally today we are able to bring that out to the public. And so for us, it's not just an event, it's not just come together, it's not just a webinar, it's beyond the webinar, it's beyond bringing people together. It's more, just like there is more. Okay, but basically today we are going to be having a conversation around the theme of the event that you have seen. What if there is more? I'm going to be introducing some very important person. Must I even say, I have to say that everyone in this place is super very important. We value you. You mean so much to us. Okay, but I'm going to be introducing some persons who are going to be talking to us for just a few minutes. I promise you, this one is from my heart. Like I'm crossing my heart. I promise you, we won't keep you beyond the required time, the necessary time. I promise. I promise. Okay, I want you to hold me by my word. Okay, and when I say I promise, trust me, I promise you. We're not going to keep you here beyond necessary. We are going to be done as soon as possible. So I want you to just stick with us and give us your full attention. We're going to be having really robust conversations today. I'm going to be bringing some very important person, like I said, to take over from me. I'm going to be introducing them, and you get to meet them. You get to meet everyone behind the TAWDpro brand. You get to interact with them. You get to ask them questions. Please, I beg you once again, if your mic is not muted, kindly please mute your mic. I'm also going to be checking, and I'm going to be muting people. We want to have a noiseless event. Yeah, thank you so much. So like I was saying, I'm going to be introducing these people, and they're going to be talking to us on different things. But trust me, the agenda is concise, is brief, but it's so meaty and punchy. Okay, I just want you to come with an open heart. We're going to be having this conversation today about what if there is more, and then we're going to also be having testimonials from persons who have gone through some of our programs before. We probably had one-on-one with our coach. We're going to have testimonials from them. We're also going to have a session where you can ask your questions. You have questions about life or issues that are bothering you, or about even the conversation of today around what if there is more. You're going to have the time to answer the question also, and then we're not going to be having like the grand unveiling. At that point, by that time, I'm going to default back to my DJ role. I'm going to be slotting in some intro music, to do the really big unveil. It's so strategic and very important to us at TAWDpro. So what I'm trying to say is just relax, calm down. everything you need is here, okay? Everything you need is here today. So just calm down and, go with us, go with the flow, and then just be with us. Let us have your 100% attention. So before I go into the agenda proper, before I go into the agenda, I want you to please drop a comment. I feel like I've been the only one, just doing the talking, but I want to hear from you. But then that because this is an online event, we probably would not be able to hear everyone's voice. Not everyone is in maybe a quiet environment. So I want you to use the comment section and please introduce yourself, right? Introduce yourself in the comment section. My name is this, and this, and that. I know that we have people of timber and caliber. I know in this room, we have people of timber and caliber. So please introduce yourself in the comment section. Feel free to introduce yourself. I'm going to be, voicing it for you and letting everybody in this room know that there is somebody right here who goes by this name and who has this profile. You just may never can tell. I tell you, because of the kind of people in this room, because again of their capacity, your next client, your next customer might just be here. So feel free to introduce yourself. I know that right now people are probably typing. Please go ahead and type, introduce yourself in the comment section. So while this is going on, I'm going to be, checking what the comment section is saying. I'm going to be reading out your comments. And of course, I'm going to be saying you a warm thank you for coming. All right, that's one of the advantages of coming early. For those who probably will come late after now, of course, we will not get to meet them, and it's nobody's fault, you know what I'm saying? All right. While that is going on, I'd like to definitely introduce TAWDpro to you. Although after now, I'm going to invite I'm seeing my people. Hope, love. It's so good to see you too, baby girl. All right, thank you so much. Okay, trust me, I'm just going to focus on this introduction right now so that I don't get to be hailing my people. But I'm going to come back to begin to read out the comments of those who have been introducing themselves. So please keep it coming. Introduce yourself in the comment section. Let us know you. Let us know what you are. Let us know what you stand for. Let us know what you represent. So go ahead and introduce yourself. And also like to state again that please mute your mic by the time you come in, so that we don't have noise coming from anywhere. So, and when I mute you, please don't unmute yourself. Please don't unmute yourself. I don't want anybody to stress me today. Like, I can't be muting you and then you are muting yourself. That's like disrespect. Please. Okay, guys, let me go into introducing just briefly what TAWDpro is, and it's just going to be a brief introduction because there's still more coming. So I'm just going to do this brief introduction of who TAWDpro or what TAWDpro is and what TAWDpro represents. Like I said, please don't unmute yourself like that. Who in the comment? Who here is disrespecting me? Who here is disrespecting me? Let me see. I'm trying to fit who the person is. Please don't unmute yourself. Okay, I'm also going through the comment section. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. I can see them. But why are you not introducing yourself? Are you shy? Why are you not introducing yourself? Or are you waiting for the first person? Or are you still typing? I know that some persons really, have long profile, but it doesn't have to be so long. Just introduce yourself to us and let us know you. Basically, your name, what you do, what you represent, very important. So just go ahead and introduce yourself so that people get to know that you are here. Register your presence in this place today. That's what I want you to do. Register your presence in this place. So go ahead right ahead and introduce yourself in the comment section. I'm going to be reading that out once I see it. Now it's important that I state that TAWDpro is a top-notch provider in building minds. Oh my God. Please, can you mute your mic? Okay, thank you. I think I'm also going to do it in such a way that once you come in, you're already muted so that everybody's fine with that. Okay, so TAWDpro is a top-notch provider in building minds of individuals business owners, corporate body, in order to unleash depth and accomplish more. That's what we are about as an organization. We are interested in building people. Okay, we are interested in coming to people's lives and people seeing that there is a difference from what I used to be and what I have now. We want to build people. We want to raise people with depth, people with substance, basically. So it's a top-notch provider in building minds of individuals, business owners, corporate bodies, in order to unleash depth and to accomplish more. So fundamentally, that's what TAWDpro is. I'm going to right about now be inviting our boss and founding partner to the stage, and he's going to give us more in-depth explanation or more in-depth introduction to TAWDpro. But before I do that, I see some comments already. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hope, it's great to have you here. Hope is a seasoned educator and administrator. She is an emotional intelligence and self-service coach. You really should see her content. She's really good at this. God and enjoyment is what she lives for. Amazing minister of enjoyment. And if you're looking for enjoyment, just look for Hope Ibefor on Facebook. You are going to be served appropriately. Okay, I also see Eunice Adewoye in the comment section. Eunice says she's an undergraduate, she's a baker, and she is a content creator. Amazing. Hope, is great to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. Who else is introducing him or herself? Yeah, I can see the comment pouring in now. Okay, so I knew you were probably waiting for the first person to drop a comment. Okay, no problem. Okay, I can see the comment pouring in now, and I'm going to also be acknowledging them as they are coming in. While that is going on, please, I'd like Mr. David Whitfred to be ready. I'd like Mr. David to be ready so that by the time I'm done, voicing out the introduction, I'll be able to leave the stage for you to come on board, sir. Okay, it's so great to meet you, Mrs. Olanireti Dupe Iji. It's so great to meet you. You are the MD for God's Heritage Cleaning, Fumigation and Laundry Services in Lagos. Amazing. She is a teens coach, parenting coach, and also the founder of the Transforming Teens Network, where teens are raised to birth more and also build in them self-confidence and value. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to be bringing up Mr. David now. I got a prompt that he is ready, and yes, you are on the show, sir. You have the permission.
Hello, everyone. It's been a wonderful time. Mary. You've been doing so wonderfully. Well,
thank you.
Nice seeing your face once again. It's been a wonderful time. You said so much about TAWDpro already, and it's really an interesting journey that we embark on today. My name is Wilfred David. I'm a co-founder of TAWDpro, part of TAWDpro. Everybody has been hearing TAWDpro. What's TAWDpro? TAWDpro is an organization that's attempting to explore the height, the depth of unlimited power of the mind. And with us through the journey of TAWDpro, we're having a mind doctor, which many of you are familiar with. Mary has said a lot puts many of you on suspense. And you'll be hearing very soon, any moment from now. So TAWDpro is attempting to embark on this journey for you, for your sake, because TAWDpro believes that everything is possible. According to Norman Vincent Peale, he said, what a man can conceive and believe, he can achieve. That means that we can all achieve anything we set our mind to do. You want to, thinking about an idea. Oh, what can I do? How can I bring this idea to pass? Don't worry. TAWDpro is here to help you move from that level of ideation to reality. Or you're already embarked on something, a project, a product, or it could even be about you as a person, self-development. There is something you want to break out from. There is something you want to get involved with. About this, TAWDpro is here to take you from that level A to level B, or from B to level C. Why? Because one of the most powerful parts of every human being is the mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. So your mind is like a bedrock of your being, But interestingly, your mind can only be stretched as much as you are willing to go to stretch it. And that is why TAWDpro is here, to be able to help you stretch that mind. We all can achieve unlimited things. Things that appear incredible, that at the end of the day, you say, wow, is this me? Can this be possible? And that is what you are going to be hearing. Today is a wonderful day for TAWDpro, because here today we are going live, and even today you are going to hear some wonderful testimonies of people that that have been part of this journey just before this period, and then fantastic and wonderful things happen in their life. But before we begin to take you on this journey, I want to say this: TAWDpro is designed to accommodate the children, young people, young adults, and older people. Why? Everybody has a mind. As long as you have a mind, you are alive, you can achieve something something that you really want it. We are going to show you how powerful your mind is, and how powerful with your mind you can bring dream to. I will be asking you is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And I believe the answer I'm hearing is yes, I am ready. And once you are saying yes, that means you're on this journey with us. And it is not a journey to create awareness. It's not just a journey to create information. It's a journey of life. We stop at this juncture. I'll leave it back. I'll give the baton to me again as we move on this journey. A lot to be unveiled to you today, and we also have an interesting package ahead after today, interesting program coming on, and you'll hear about that before the end of this program. Thank you for patiently waiting. Thank you for being part of this event, and thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. David. Thank you so much for that brief introduction. Thank you so much, sir. All right. So for those who have been wondering, why is TAWDpro here? What is TAWDpro about? What are we doing? That's just basically the summary and the conversation around TAWDpro. So we are here to stretch your mind. Trust me, you won't break, okay? Because your mind has a capacity to do a lot of things that you really cannot even imagine it has. So all you have to do is just stick with us, right? Stay here with us. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Stay with us. We want to work with you, right? We want to work with you. We want to help you to achieve that thing that is on your mind. So stay with us. Right about now, I'm going to be bringing up some testimonials from persons who have been, with us through some period. And let's hear what they have to say. Let's hear what they have to say. I need someone to confirm to me if that is ready.
My name is Sean Abodude. I am one of those whose life was completely changed after an encounter with the mind doctor. I had the privilege of working with Mr. Tim the mind doctor, on a set of recalibration, one of the programs that you will be seeing more on the TAWDpro content page. And before that encounter, one of those who believe, well, whatever God brings my way, the winds blow, I just follow. I'm one of those who believes that I need to just have to walk before I can get something. I didn't really find myself desiring things. Like, I just desire things. Like you used to say, what your mind can think, then you can actually achieve. I just feel all those things are quotes. I even tell him that you just quote things. But on this set of recalibration, one day I was behind camera, and he was actually talking about mind change. And then he said something like he was walking on the street and he found himself thinking, okay, what if I'm walking on the street of this state in the United States, of this place in the United Kingdom, of this and all that. And he said, if you can imagine that, and you keep imagining it, you keep thinking about it, one day you find yourself there. He just stroked, and then I started doing that. I said, okay, that same year I thought, okay, I found myself at an embassy, the US embassy, and I'm going to be given a visa. I found myself thinking I'm going to be given a visa to this country, that country. I started thinking, and it didn't even take long. My own was so fast that everything came to pass within 3 months after I changed my mind about what I desire. I just desire, and I keep putting it into God's hand. Again, I desired, I said, okay, between the month of November, that's 2 years ago, November, December, that very year, I said, I want a car. And believe me, by December, I got a call from someone, and the person said, okay, just come. And then when I got there, I saw the car outside, and I helped just, take care of the car, and then washed both cars that I saw. And then after that, he gave me the key to my own car. And he said, that one you watched was yours. I said, what? Exactly what I was thinking about. I can continue like this because after that encounter, I can assure you, my life never remained the same again. I kept on using it. I kept on talking to God. And I kept on thinking about something. I would just imagine it and think about it. And before you know what is happening, I put my mind to it. I said, between this time and this time, I want this done in my life. And I discovered consistently thinking on those things, just like he thought in one of his recalibration topic, I actually started getting what I want. So what is really delaying me presently now is to think bigger. I want to start thinking more than I used to think before now, and I've started that. And I believe that as you come to watch, join, and also go to the page of Mr. Tim, you would understand what I'm talking about. You would enjoy the topics, and I believe that the sky for me now is just a stepping stone into exactly where I'm going. Thank you. That is my testimony.
Okay, so while that is going on, I'm going to go through the comment section again because I saw that some more introductions came in while Mr. David was on the floor. I have Busola here. Mayon Busola says she is a digital content creator. She's into photography and videography of afternoon media. Amazing. It's great to have you here, Busola. Thank you so much for coming. All right. Like I was saying back after Mr. David, ended the conversation. The mind is really capable to do a lot of things that you probably, cannot even imagine that the mind has a capacity to do. So we are here to, help you get those things, help you find those things out, and help you to stay on course, okay? Stay on course to be able to do those things, like take it from the start to finish, okay? Take it from the start to finish. It's amazing to know that the human brain constitutes about 60% of white matters and 40% of gray matters. So I'm going into a bit of science now, okay? And I remember when I was doing my research about the brain, I learned that the human brain is capable of creating more ideas equivalent to that of the atoms of the universe. That is crazy. It's crazy that the human brain is made up of more than 10 billion nerve cells and over 50 billion other cells, and weighs less than 3 pounds. Like the day I got to see that in my mind, I'm like, wait, do you mean the brain I have in my head has this crazy capacity? What? Like it was quite unbelievable, and I remember that back then during some of our series at recalibration, and then when Mr. Tim goes ahead and begins to explain some things, I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you really serious? Like, is this for real? Okay. And so one of the things we will be doing at TAWDpro is to expose you to these things, and not only expose you to it and make you see the realities in it, and then now help you to say, okay, you know what, this is where you go from here. This is how to go about it. And then, this is just the next step to take. So that way it's easy for you to, be able to navigate. You're not alone in the journey, right? You're not alone in the journey. And so it's easier for you. The process now becomes more simplified because you have the consciousness that you're not the only person in this journey. So basically, that's why we are here. And again, I want to reemphasize, just stick with us, stay with us, stay here. Okay, stay right here with us, don't go anywhere.
Good day, beautiful people. My name is Blessing David, and I'm the founder of Damn Naturals, a haircut company. Alright, so it all started in 2019 when I met Coach Tim. Okay, so I had a coach before I met Coach Tim, but I wasn't really getting the best. I wasn't really seeing what I wanted. Okay, so like they say, I fired my coach and I came on board with Coach Tim. So the first thing I did, I gave my diary to Coach Tim, and in that my diary, I'd already taken a personality test some time ago, and I had written out my strengths, my weaknesses. So I gave the book to him because I really needed him to know who I am, so he will know how to help me. Because deep down, I knew I needed help. I'm actually this kind of lady that's multitasking. I do a lot of things at the same time, and actually succeed in these things. But I knew I needed a breakthrough. Okay, so when I met Coach Tim, I gave him the diary he read, and he gave me some assignments. He told me to go read some books. He told me to go watch some clips. So we betted Damn Naturals in February 2021. Okay, so was it easy? No, but because I was hungry and I was determined to succeed, there were a whole lot of things that along the line wanted me to stop. Things like Nigerian factor. Sorry, I have to say this. Going to the markets. And what you bought like a month ago has already doubled the price. So these were factors, that were not encouraging. But because I have made up my mind, and I'm like, no going back. I kept on pushing and pushing, and to God's glory, on the 22nd of February 2022, we're going to be one. And on that very day, I'll be launching out products for men, products for their beard, products for their hair, for their bald hair. It's been an amazing journey. And I have to say this, aside God, there is no Damn Naturals without Coach Tim. Coach Tim is a blessing in my life. I really don't know how to reward him. But I know I serve a God who one day will bless him beyond measure. And my husband has also been a wonderful person. He's also always been pushing me. He wants the best for me. David, he really wants the best for me. So when I got to this point, I said, you know what? Allow me to do this and let's see what's come out of it. So one day my husband said, I'm going to give you 6 months. After 6 months, if you don't give up, I know you are really ready for this, because I'm this kind of person that when I'm doing something and after 6 months I'm not really seeing results, I drop it and move on to another thing. So my husband surprised. After 6 months, I kept on pushing. 8 months, I was pushing. 10th month, I was like, 1 year, and I'm still pushing. So thank you so much, everyone that has been a blessing to me on this journey. I have my mentors also, Coach Team, God bless you. Hobby, God bless you. David, thank you so much, and I hope this will also motivate you. No matter what you're going through, keep firing, don't give up. I'm sure you can see my products behind. Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity. I so much love you all. Thank you.
So I'm just going to bring up our guest speaker for today, in the person of Mr. Tim Atimoy, who is popularly fondly called the Mind Doctor. It's a lot to his profile. Actually, it's a lot to his profile. But this is one young man I know. I don't know if the word "young" is right. But yeah, he's still a young man. Yeah, he's a young man. By the time you see him, you will know he is a young man. But Tim Atimoy is a successful businessman. He's a facility management expert with a robust career experience. And also important to say that his style of speaking or conversation is an out-of-the-box and pragmatic style of delivery, and that always earned the awe of the audience in conferences, in places like this, in events like this. He is a mind doctor. One of the things I hear Mr. Tim say often, anytime I hear him, whenever I hear him talk, and I'm sure he's going to repeat it here, by the time he starts talking, he's like, I am not a motivational speaker. I am not a motivational speaker. And true to it is not here to motivate you. It's going to be dishing out some raw truth. It may be hard, okay? It may be hard. Let me just give you some heads up. It may be hard, but please take it in good light because it's for your good. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Mr. Tim Atimoy. If you're not too busy, let me see your clap in the comment section.
Some of these parents, if not most or even all, say these things unintentionally. So how that can be done is you can rephrase it. For me, I call my son the hero. So anytime he does something he shouldn't have done, instead of spanking him, yelling at him, I tell him, an hero doesn't behave like that. An hero gives other people the chance to do what they want to do. An hero doesn't struggle with people. So he feels more like, I'm a hero, I shouldn't condescend to that. If parents can just find a way to, manage this and change some of these words, giving it a different name, it's going to help these children.
Meet the Mind Doctor, Tim Atimoy.
Thank you so much. Mr. Tim, sir, over to you.
What if I told you that many of the things you were told were not true? What if I told you that many of the things you believed were false? You see, before we were born, our parents did it. Daddy and mommy did it. You know what I mean? And we couldn't control how it was being done. We couldn't control where it was being done, because if we were born with a mature mind, there would have been serious chaos in hospitals. You find a mature baby being born, and then the baby tells the parents, why did you give birth to me here? Why am I? And then there'll be serious chaos between the father, the mother, the matrons, and all that. So we were born without our involvement or awareness. Our parents did it. But after we were born, different people did it. 3 in particular. 3 people did it. Number 1, our parents again did it. We were born into families where we couldn't control the things we heard because we were children, we were babies, we were infants. We were not consciously cognitive. We were not consciously cognitive as to what was happening around us, as to what we were told. Our parents told us about their parents, our grandparents. Our parents told us about their siblings, our uncles and aunties. Our parents told us about their village, where they came from. Our parents told us about the country, the environment, their village, whatever it was they had experienced before we were born, even the situation surrounding the family prior to when we were born. They told us a lot of things. And those things formed certain level of beliefs. And we accepted those things as the truth. Our parents showed us the map of the world they knew, and we accepted and administered that in as the truth. The second group, our teachers did it. You know, as young people growing up, went to kindergarten, went to primary school, some were smart, they were good, they were not good at mathematics, and then now they said because you are not good at biology, you cannot be a medical doctor. Because you are not good at this, you cannot be this. You can't amount to anything. Now, this from your teacher. They told you what you can and cannot be in the future. Then the third group, they are your clergy. Your clergy told you what they knew about God. They told you who God was. Some of them told you that God is a monster. He has a whip in his hand, just watching and waiting for you to do something wrong, and then he wipes you. They give different descriptions about God, different explanations about God that they know. But they do not understand that you get to know God from the side. Why not allow this individual know God by himself? Now, the point is this. These 3 sets, your parents, your teachers, the clergy, these are the most well-meaning people in your life growing up. But these people have poured in themselves, their ideas, their thoughts, their perceptions about these various areas into you. And these things have formed a belief. Now let me come back a bit. Remember I said, as a little child growing up, we do not have our conscious cognitive mature yet. What it simply means is this. The things your parents told you about yourself, your father tells you is like you are like your mother. Your mother tells you we are struggling in our marriage. My parents also were struggling in their marriage. So it's most likely you're going to struggle in your marriage. You're going to struggle in relationship. I was born poor. My parents were poor. My parents' parents were poor. My parents' fathers, mothers, uncle, sister were poor. And then on. And then that sticks, that it's like there is this poverty that runs in the lineage. Or it could be sickness. Your mother tells you I'm diabetic. And then I heard that my mom's aunt was also diabetic. And it seems as though you're also following that trend. There is a trend. They tell you these things, you believe it. Now, as a child growing up, once again, your conscious hence, every single thing you are told, you don't criticize, you don't evaluate, you don't discard every single thing as the truth. Guess what? Those things over time have formed your program. They have formed your paradigm. Now let me explain what the program is. We all as humans, we are programmed beings. Programmed in our behavior, programmed in our reaction, in our action, in the way we walk, in the way we talk, and programmed in the way we think. And our programming thinking happened while we were growing up. So what our parents said to us were programming us. What our teachers were saying to us, you cannot amount to anything. You are not smart at this. You are not good at this. Those things were programming you. They were forming a paradigm. Hence, growing up and then in school, you discover you struggle in a particular subject. My teacher said that before. Maybe now you're a professional, you're working, and then discover that your relationship with people isn't good. You said, my daddy told me that I'm like my mom. And my mom does actually fight with everybody in the neighborhood. That program forms your habits. So you begin to live your life based on that thing. That is why today, you try one business, it doesn't work out. Well, it's in the lineage. They say we can never amount to anything. My father never went to school. This thing forms a program, and that is why you are limited, or you are living your life the way you are living it. What am I saying? You need to question those things. If you look at a family of 11 people, 15 people, 6 people, and you find just one person standing out, you might want to run an experiment. These 5 here who are not doing well and the single one doing well, ask them the same question. You will be pleasantly shocked to discover that the 2 sets of people will answer the same question differently, because they have different outlook to life. Their minds have been renewed, has been transformed, has been changed. Now, I want to ask you the question I started this session with again. With all I have said, looking at your past, pondering about the things you have always believed about God, about life, about you as an individual, about your relationships, your health, your finances, what you can amount to in life, what you have always believed, have they been true? My question once more to you, if you would ponder on it, is, what if there is more? I am Tim Atimoy, and it's always my plumb pleasing pleasure and a privilege addressing you all today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Atimoy. It's always a pleasure listening to you, and somehow you have a way of leaving everyone with questions that may not sleep. Really, like you legit just came, and I know something has been troubled, something has been triggered, and it's the conversation of what if there is more, So right now, even with that short speech, there's a lot to now question, right? There's a lot to now question. What have people told you? What are the things you have heard? What are the things you have believed? Thank you. Please, could you? Okay, are you sharing something? Oh, okay. The testimonials are ready now. What if there is more? Thank you so much, Ngozi. I love the fact that you were following. Thank you so much. Do we have other people who were following during that very short, brief speech? Did something drop on your mind? Did you have a light bulb moment? Do you have one aha moment? Please drop it in the comment. I'm going to be reading through and I'm going to be voicing it. Please, if the testimonial is ready now, can we have it, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Rebecca Oyerinde. I live in South Africa, Johannesburg. I am a Christian by lifestyle. I'm a wife to an amazing husband and a mother to 3 wonderful children. I just want to use this medium to share my experience and journey with Dr. Tim Atimoy and how we met and all that unfold thereafter. Okay, A little bit of background. Most of my life I've spent in the universities doing research. Basically, it's been me and book and family most of my life. So last year, as I was rounding up my PhD, even before then, I was always having this thought in my head that there is more to me, to this person right here, than books, than research. There's just more, but I really can't lay my hand on what that was. So, and as I was finishing my PhD, my thesis has been submitted, that feeling was becoming more and more intense. So I think one of those days, a friend who is like a big sister to me came visiting. Did she come visiting? No. We were having a telephonic conversation. We were having a long conversation through WhatsApp call. And then, as we were just talking, I remember I made a statement to her, and I'm like, as I am right now, if somebody was to ask me what my strengths and weaknesses were, I told that woman that I won't be able to answer that question confidently. And she's like, wow, really? You know what? I know somebody who can help you. And sometimes when people talk like that, I just want to roll my eyes and be like, oh, I really don't take such things seriously. But because she's a woman I respect so much, I just wanted to humor her and just go with the flow. After all, if I don't like where the whole thing was heading, I would just back out. So she's like, I know somebody I'm going to introduce you to. So that was how she linked me up with Dr. Tim. So we met. That was August 2021, if I remember correctly. Sorry, I lost my phone, so I can't really recover most of the conversation and be precise with timing, but I'll try my best. So we met around August, and then again, like I said, I've lost my phone. I can't really pick up some of the basic things we discussed about. So, but I remember that we started around August, and when we started, like I said, I was a little bit, because I don't jump at things like that, and I was a little bit just I was holding myself back, but out of openness, let's see where this is going. I'm just like, let me just give this my best shot. So we had some session, and it was sounding, it from the very first meeting, it was, it gave me some kick. It was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So we had first session, some personality test, and all that. And I can't remember. Oh, I'm so sorry, I lost my phone. I think we had about 10 sessions. We were meeting on Zoom. So we did some personality test, and the aim was that I should be able, to be financially independent, and I should be able to know my strength and to tap into the strength of my personality and just thrive with those strengths. So he gave me some assignments, and one thing I like about our session, if you are the type that you've heard a lot, you've attended seminars, you've attended workshops, both academically and in a non-academic setting, and everything you just hear is motivation without a thorough follow-up or a goal-oriented approach to those things. You hear and hear, and without any implementation, everything remains the same. But with Dr. Tim, it was completely different. I mean, he was giving me such an assignment that if I didn't do them, we were not going to go into the next phase. So that was kind of sounding interesting to me, because I love such challenges, So I remember in one of our sessions, it was like, right, did he say 5, 10 things about you? as simple as that sounded, it was one of the most difficult things I've ever written. How do I write about myself? I think it timed me. It was like, I'm giving you, was it 5 minutes to write about yourself? Oh, how I struggled, and it was exciting, it was tasking, it was amusing at the same time, and I did. At another time, he gave me an assignment. It was like, get people, a friend, a close friend, a distant friend, and a critic to write about me. I'm like, wow. So that when you get to see yourself in the eyes of these different people, chances are they are going to have a common ground in describing who you are, and then in you knowing your strength. And if you compare whatever they've written with what you've written about yourself, you begin to see yourself like, oh, these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. So we have such assignments and things and so many things like that. One of the things I'd wanted to do for a long time was to have a YouTube channel. But the thought of starting, oh my goodness, the thought of starting was so challenging. I mean, the idea of having to put my face out there, what do I say? What if I'm criticized? What if it doesn't work well? And that's one of the things that I think limits me personally. The thought of failing has limited me in even taking any step. So I would rather not take the step rather than taking the step and failing altogether. So yeah, but I remember he pushed me. I remember he was like, if you don't open your YouTube channel, we are not going to have our next class. And I was already getting used to the class. The classes were getting interesting, you know, and I didn't want it to stop. So I needed to do the assignment in order to continue. So before we finished the session, I opened a YouTube channel, and I was like, whoa, did I just do that? And it was scary and exciting at the same time. And next thing, it was like, I need you to put up the first video. I'm like, why is this man? You know, in the beginning, it's like I was doing it for him. I was doing it for me. He asked me to do it, so I just did it. But over time, you know, I just got into it, and I was putting up video content. It was getting enjoyable. Honestly, if I didn't meet Dr. Tim, I don't think I would have opened my YouTube channel by now. I'll keep postponing, keep procrastinating, and keep thinking about what if and what if not, and probably the thought of doing it would have died by now. So I did that, and there are a lot of things we actually planned to do, but ultimately I told myself that all that is dishing out to me, it is like marathon, you know. Let me just take them one day at a time. So meeting Dr. Tim has really been a blessing in my journey of knowing myself more, being able to do more than just being stuck with book and research. You don't get me wrong, I'm still very much an academic person. In fact, after my PhD, I'm doing some online courses. I love to get myself equipped with knowledge, but beyond books there is more to me, and Dr. Tim has really helped me, you know, in some aspect, in really pushing me. So if you're there and you've got this passion, but you don't even know where to start from, you don't even know where to begin from, you don't even know which of your strengths to harness together in achieving your goal, and which of the weaknesses you need to, like, you know, pull out or leave behind in order to achieve your goal, I can promise you, get in touch with Dr. Tim and his team. I'm sure that you're going to really enjoy working with them. And over and above that, we've come to build a relationship. It's more like a friend, like a brother, much more than a coach. He's still my coach, but then we ended up having a very nice working relationship. And honestly speaking, some things I've been able to do, even the confidence I have in myself, and my perspective and my outlook on life generally, the way I see myself, has changed significantly since I met Dr. Tim, and we have some amazing sessions together. I do hope this has impacted you, and you've been challenged in one way or the other. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so much. It was so great to listen or to hear all that viable testimonies. Thank you. So these are some of the persons who have been through, one-on-one session with Mr. Tim Atimoy, and trust me, like you have heard from them, it's always a game changer. It's always a game changer. Thank you so very much. Okay, so I'm checking through the comments and I see that we really do not have questions from the session from Mr. Tim. Please, if you're still here, if you have questions from him, I think this is the time for you to ask your questions. If you have questions, please come over. Ask a question, you can drop it in the comment section. I'm going to be reading it and I'm going to be voicing it out. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to bring up Mr. Tim again on the show. Mr. Tim, please. I'm going to bring you on the show once again because now we are going into a very interesting conversation. And for those who do not know, something big is happening. Something big is happening. Like I told you the other time, there's going to be like a big unveil. And yeah, we are at the point where we are doing the unveil. So this is it. This is it. This is the big unveil. This is the big unveil, guys. For those of you who have watched the testimonials from all the persons, who have said something before now, this is it. This is what you need. And you've been thinking, oh, how can I, get to be a part? How can I have a one-on-one conversation with the mind doctor? This is it. The coaching theme is achieving wholesome success. Achieving wholesome success. It runs for 12 weeks. Beginning from April 25th till July 11th, 2022. And it covers all significant aspects of life, finance, relationship, business, self-development. And for those who are paying from Nigeria, the price is also $50,000 and it's $100. Those who will register, wow, this one is the most interesting part of it. Those who will register early between now and the 15th of March, we will have a 30% discount. You have a 30% discount and you're only going to be paying $35,000. This is amazing. This is something that you should go for. Follow us on social media and on all our social media platforms. IG, we are at TAWDpro, TAWDpro. Then on Facebook also at TAWDpro, which is also the same spelling, TAWDpro. And then YouTube is also at TAWDpro, TAWDpro. So you can follow any or all of those social media handles so that you get to always, be informed once we are dropping new conversation. But guys, trust me, this one is one you don't want to miss. I want to bring up Mr. Tim now. Mr. Tim, please, could you come over to the floor? I think we should have some conversations around this, we should have a conversation around this event. Yeah, let's have this conversation right now. Now, what should people look out for when they, register to be a part of these 12 weeks of transformation? What should they look out for?
All right. Well, the sessions ahead is super exciting. Mm-hmm. Well, the content was developed by me, so I can explain in detail what people should expect. So it's not something. So it's not something we're getting from somewhere and then we're anticipating or we're hoping. This is result guaranteed. Trust me, you will never remain the same after 12 weeks of going through this session. Literally, you will not be the same. the next week is tied to the previous week. So if you don't complete this week or last week, I you can't skip anyone. So people should expect in any and every area, like you listed out, they will expect changes in their lives, because it's not just hearing me speak and talk about these ideas. However, I will be giving you tips, assignments, in some cases projects for you to go work on. And while doing this thing, you are involved in the activity. We are doing it together. One thing I just want to plead with is, if you can follow my instructions like a doctor's prescription, your life will literally not be the same again, whatever aspect which you bring in.
Nice. Thank you so much. So what's the format going to be like? What are the modalities to the coaching? Some persons may be at work, some persons have other things they're doing. How is it going to go? Like, what's the modality of the training?
Okay, we are fully aware that people have their, usual life going on. Going to school, those who are parents at home and all that, those who are running other courses. These activities are ongoing. However, it is 12 weeks or subject or topic for 1 week. So we'll be introducing the topic for the week at the beginning of that week, and it closes up at the end of that week. So at the beginning, you watch the video. At some point, you'll be told to stop the video here and go do some things. Go, work on some assignments. So you go ahead and work on that assignment at your own time within that 1 week. And it is something that, of course, there's enough time we're giving you. If you truly want a change, then you will give it the attention and the time it requires. Take, for example, I'm telling you at the end of 12 weeks, there are XYZ things I expect you to do. Since you told me you want to be financially independent, how much do you want to be worth? $1 million. And I tell you, I guarantee you this in 12 weeks. However, some things will have to be altered in your life. Are you willing to deal? You will give it any and everything it requires. So that's just all I'm saying. So you're going to have a week for each topic, and you have all the whole time, either in the midnight, in the morning before you go out to work, or at night when you're back, or even during your lunch hour or weekend. So you have the time to play around with it. But each topic for each week, with the assignments to be submitted for the next session.
Thank you so very much. And so one other thing I want to ask is, what area of life is this coaching, going to cover? What are people looking at for? What area of their lives is this coaching covering when people come up or when people sign up to be a part of it? Okay.
Like I said, or like we all know, it's a 12-week session. So the first week is introduction to the sessions ahead. Now, as the theme implies, wholesome success. What to do to have a wholesome success. Now, this covers every aspect of your life. What I want to implore all the subscribers is that they should ensure they have just one goal. You have one area of your life you want to change. Your health, your finances, your relationship, your thoughts, your thinking level, your network, whatever aspect of life, your profession, career path, you want to be sure of what exactly to do. When we're talking about career path, we're not talking about what you want to study in school, first degree or second degree. That's not it. We want to fulfill purpose, not just about what you studied in school. So the first week is introduction to the sessions ahead. There I'm going to be unpacking gradually and explaining what to expect in the next 11 weeks ahead. And in the first week, we're going to delve about the mind, because everything we talk about in TAWDpro, the only tool we use is the mind, the human mind. And that is why, in TAWDpro, we say, like I always stress it, and you pick the word out of my mouth, we say that, or I say, I am not a motivational speaker. Yes, of those who are. However, I use science to explain what I explain. Neuroscience physics, neuroplasticity, and various other subjects like that, neuro-linguistic programming. These are life sciences that apply to us. You can research them. There are things you experience in your life every day. So there are things you can relate to it. For example, when we're talking about, cause and effect or law of attraction, if you're trying to doubt and understand what that is, just go out of your house and begin to think about something. For example, a grey Corolla. Begin to think about a grey Corolla, a grey Corolla, a grey Corolla. On the street, you just suddenly begin to notice that car all around you. So it is something you can immediately go out and begin to experiment. So the first week, we're going to deal about the human mind. And then from there, we'll begin to unpack and unpack and unpack. Fantastic subjects that perhaps you haven't heard, that we're just reminding you about. And of course, some subjects you have never heard about before, because I'm also going to be sharing some of the laws or principles that I postulated. Life is about cause and effect and not coincidence. You want to really look forward to that week. Life is about cause and effect and not coincidence. I'm already in the mood of talking about sessions. So life is about cause and effect and not coincidence.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's keep the rest for those who register. Let's keep the rest for those who sign up. Thank you so much. So this is like the best gift you can give yourself this season, the online course on achieving wholesome success. 12 weeks of transformation, 12 whole weeks, guys. 12 whole weeks, 12. And it's going for this amount. I tell you, it's such a ridiculous amount. I won't lie to you. Because if you know how much coaches charge for a session, like just sit with me for 1 hour or 2 hours, they now talk of 12 weeks. Now, this is good. And remember that you also get a discount if you're joining those who are going to be paying early, and then you now even get to pay 35,000 instead of 50,000. No, that's crazy. That's crazily a good deal. I mean, it's your own advantage. So yeah, I would encourage you to jump in on this offer, like jump in, dive right in. Okay, so I hear there is also just one powerful clip to share again with you. Just one. Please go ahead. You are sharing your screen. All right, so go ahead.
Are you going through mind stress, depression, worry, confusion, unhealthy or abusive relationship, low self-esteem, continuous disappointment, frequent experiences that you don't like, anger issues, anxiety, stage fright, unsure of what you are good at, making money, attracting whatever you want, managing change, conquering fears and phobias, and more like it? Meet the Mind Doctor, Team Atimoy. Are you going through mind stress, depression, worry, confusion, unhealthy or abusive relationship, low self-esteem, continuous disappointment, frequent experiences that you don't like, anger issues, anxiety, stage fright, unsure of what you are good at, making money, attracting whatever you want, managing change, conquering fears and phobias, and more like it? Meet the Mind Doctor, Team Atimoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. All right. I think on this note, I think we can say we've really had a great time with you all here. Please, I'd like to call Mr. David. Mr. David, please, if you're here, please could you do us the honor of taking the vote of thanks, and then we bring this to a close.
Wow. We are on board already.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, there is also the cockpit is just amazing. Mary, Mind Doctor, and the passengers. You're already on board. And this journey is a transformative journey. It's a journey that will transform your life. Like I have said before, this is not about creating campaign or awareness. This is a journey that will change your life. In fact, let me add this. Your registration for the coaching that we are about to, that will be starting very soon. I can tell you this is with money guarantee. That which means that if you feel, after 1 week you are not okay with this program, ask for refund. Just ask for refund. That is how authentic this is. So I want to say thank you to everybody that have been on board. And we are telling you that please, there is no transit. You are on board, you are on board. So we are not going to land somewhere and say, disembark. No. There's no transit. We want to be part of your journey. We want to be part of your success. We want to be part of your story. And that has begun already today. So I want to say thank you to our host, Mary. She's just the best. She's the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my doctor. It's been a very wonderful, on this segment. And our audience, I want to tell you what you've heard from the mind doctor is just a tip of the iceberg. When you see an iceberg, you will see the tip, but if you go down into the water, you see that it's so big, and that's the journey we want you to embark on with us. So thank you, my doctor. Thank you, everyone that stayed from the beginning of this segment to the end. Today is very historic. 1 year from now, we are going to remind you of this day, and then we are going to see how many lives, that will have been transformed by them. Thank you, and God bless you.
Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's great to have everyone here. And finally, we have come to the end of the event. Thank you so much to everyone who stayed from the very beginning till this time. We appreciate you. We love you. We are grateful. Thank you so much. To have a lovely evening and continue to live the life of more, because there is definitely more to you. Do have a great day. Bye for now.